Hi guys, Webster here, or you can call me by my nickname of Webby. And you know what? Today I'm going to share you a little story, and the story is all about fishes.
Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump it up.
Once upon a time, in a city, lived a family where there was a father, mother, and a young child. And one good evening, the mother prepared dinner. She made fish as one of the main dishes. And the young child, who loved to eat fish, asked the mother an interesting question.
Mummy, why is the fish cooked with no head and no tail?
The mother said,
Well, this is something that your grandmother have taught us, and it is a family tradition.
Then the young man persisted and asked,
Mummy, but why must we have the fish with no head and no tail?
The mother doesn't have an answer. So she said,
It's something that I learned from your grandmother. How about you ask her when you visit her the next time?
Then the young boy said, okay, and he continued with his dinner. One fine day, the young man got the chance to visit his grandmother. And he remembered this question, and he asked his grandmother,
Grandmother, why is it that we have to cook fish with no head and no tail?
The grandmother was confused and asked,
What do you mean no head, no tail? Oh, is it during the time when we cook the fish, fry the fish, you get rid of the head and tail? Yes, that is a tradition we use in our family.
And then the young boy was confused. He's like, but
Grandmother, why do we cook the fish with no head and no tail?
Well, it's part of our family tradition. This is something that even I've learned from my grandmother, from my mother, your great-grandmother.
The young boy was still puzzled and still asked her,
Grandma, but why must we do this?
Well, young man, you should ask your great-grandmother when you see her soon.
And on that day itself, they got the chance to actually visit their great-grandmother, young boy's great-grandmother. And he actually went up to the great-grandmother and asked,
Great-grandmother, why is it that Mommy and Grandma, and why is it a tradition to cook the fish without the head and without the tail?
Oh, young child, does your mother and grandmother cook the fish without the tail and the head?
Young boy replied,
Yes, they did. They cook and they say it's a family tradition.
Well, young man, I have to tell you that your grandmother and your mother are being silly. Why? Because when I was younger, we were very poor and we do not own a very big pan or quali. So what happened is we only had one small quali, and every time we get a big fish, there's no space to cook the whole fish. So what we do is we cut the head, we cut the tail, and cook the fish.
Then the young boy was thinking, he's like,
Then why on earth do we still cut the head and cut the tail?
Well, young man, your parents are a bit silly because right now they have all the money and they have big qualities and big frying pans, but they still cut the head and the tail, wasting the very beautiful and delicious parts. They are being silly.
Oh, I see. Now I understand.
well, from the story, if you notice, the moral of the story is, do whatever we do it with the right purpose, or we have to know the intention or the reason behind it. From there, we get to actually do it or take action in a more appropriate way. Sometimes in life, it's good to ask the question why and understand the reason of why we do what we do. Because when we understand why we do what we do, it helps us find different ways and even potentially different resources to achieve that outcome. Because once upon a time in the past, we may not have the resources or maybe the opportunity as what we may be having right now. So guys, remember, we do things for a reason, and understanding that reason helps us find and also look for the best ways to achieve it. Like for example, studying. How can you study more effectively? And that's one of the things that I really am passionate about. And if you guys want to know more about learning, check out the other videos in the site and get these free details, and you can actually find ways to learn more effectively. Hopefully this story helps you out and put a smile on your face, and continue to live life to the fullest. Stay awesome, keep smiling, just do it. Bye-bye.
Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up, you got to pump it up.